At 22 years old, I couldn't get it up. Not even with the woman I was attracted to. And the cause of this were two medications that my doctors told me were safe. This is how Accutane and Finasteride totally messed up my sex drive when I was 22, and how I actually fixed it myself. So if you guys are a young man watching this, you guys probably could relate. I was on Finasteride because at like 19, my hairline started receding. And you know, at 19, that's not normal. I wanted to have a normal hairline, so what did I do? I went to my doctor here in LA more specifically, and I was like, hey doc, my hairline's going back, what can I do? This is not normal as a teenager, and I wanted to be able to fix it. So I started using Finasteride thinking, okay, cool. They say this is gonna, you know, slow my hairline receding and actually potentially help it grow back. So I'm thinking, all right, cool, everything's all chill, everything's all kosher. Now, I took Finasteride for years, and at 22 years old, I got a beautiful girlfriend. She was red bone, thick, one of like the most prettiest light-skinned girls that you could really imagine. Think about like that typical kind of LA girl look. She was hot, man. She was somebody that if anybody saw her, they would say, hey, Alton, you're a lucky guy to be with a girl like this. And although I felt that, it was funny because when I first got with her and we were, you know, engaging in the bedroom, it was so tough for me to get it up. And this is something that I was very, you know, ashamed to admit for first off. And I was very confused as well too. I was like, what was it? You know, I used to watch those bad videos when I was younger, I'll admit it. Not anymore, not for a long time, but when I was younger, I watched those bad videos. So I thought, is it that? Like, did I mess up my sensitivity down there, or did I do some type of irreparable damage? All the while, I didn't even realize that Finasteride actually reduces your DHT. Now, if you're a young man and you have like a receding hairline, you might be on Finasteride right now yourself, and you probably don't even realize that it could actually really mess up your erections, not only while you're on it, but even afterwards. There's something called post-Finasteride syndrome. I'm not gonna bore you guys with all like the facts and the details and the science behind it, but look it up on Reddit. There's so many young men that hopped on Finasteride, and a lot of cases of even taking it just one time and it totally messing up your erection system, you being able to get it up for really a lifetime afterwards. And this was the case with me. Nobody told me that the way that Finasteride works, the mechanism of how it works in your body, is that by reducing DHT is what kind of kills your hair follicles. So that's why men, as a lot of times as we get older, our hairline keeps going back and back. And why it doesn't happen to women, because we actually have DHT. DHT converts into testosterone. So basically, from us actually producing testosterone in our bodies, that's one of the main things that makes our hairline like basically disappear. And I don't know if I had high testosterone from a young age. I am like, you know, a young African American male, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But yeah, my John was going back early. So I hopped on Finasteride and I was on it for a long time. And guys, I can't even explain to you the shame it is when you have a baddie laying in your bed and you can't even get it up. I had to go through those, you know, those looks of being like, oh babe, like my bad, like just not tonight. It's not you, but you know, it's just like I'm tired, I worked a lot this week. Coming up with all these excuses just to compensate for not being able to please my woman at the time in the bedroom. And that was very hurtful for me. As a young kid at 22, I'm 25 now, but at 22, nobody should be having to face this. So if you guys are using Finasteride, just be warned and be careful, because nobody told me, hey, by being on this is gonna reduce your DHT and it's gonna, you know, it's gonna alter your testosterone. That's the thing too. Finasteride, with it reducing your DHT, it also reduces your testosterone, so your libido is gonna drop, your libido is gonna go down. And that's what happened to me. It was to the point where I couldn't get up in the bedroom, but there was a lot of times where I also didn't even really want to have sex. And again, as a young, healthy male, that shouldn't be normal. That shouldn't be the case. You should be wanting to actually engage in sexual activity, but it was to the point where I could go with or without sex. And again, as a young male, it's not normal. Now with Accutane, if you guys don't know, Accutane is to cure acne. I had really bad acne all my life. As a kid, starting at around 12, 13, up until adulthood, even up until when I was in my early 20s, people used to always tell me, oh, don't worry, you'll grow out of it, your acne will go away. But my acne didn't go away. In fact, it seemed that it was getting worse and worse. Now, the mechanism of how Accutane works and actually fixes it is because it actually floods your body with vitamin A. So from you having so much vitamin A, it basically does something with like the oil glands in your skin, and it did get rid of my acne. I would say after about a year on it, my acne went away. But same thing, nobody told me, but since vitamin A floods your system, it affects your dopamine and your serotonin, which also are big things, big key things that help you with your libido. So with your dopamine, your serotonin being messed up, same thing happened. My libido just tanked. It dropped so much. So imagine this, a double dose. I'm on finasteride because of my hairline, and I'm on Accutane because of my acne. Those together, literally at 22 years old, I couldn't get it up, guys. Now, that kind of led me to trying to figure out and trying to self-diagnose myself. And eventually I did figure out that it was these two things. So, of course, I stopped taking finasteride, and I'm like, damn, I'll just let my hairline go, and at some point I'll get a hair transplant. And eventually my acne was fixed. But after a certain while, the D was kind of already done. Even after I had gotten off of these, even after I had gotten off of finasteride, even after I had gotten off of Accutane, still for months and really even years subsequent, I almost still feel like I had to deal with the effects for a long time. Recently, I fixed it, and that's why this channel kind of started. I had to learn about things that would help me increase my testosterone again. I had to learn about natural supplements. I had to look into things like honey packs and blue chews, because at the time, I didn't know how to fix myself naturally. Now, I have a whole natural step-by-step system that I've came up with. It's actually the first link in the bio. You guys can click on it. That not only helps you be able to maintain erections, it helps you get it up, it helps you even increase your size. So it was almost kind of a blessing in disguise, because from me having to basically fix myself and fix my erections, fix my low libido, fix my tank testosterone, I was able to come up with all these different methods and all these different natural supplements that helped me in the bedroom. But again, nobody was able to help me. That's another reason why I started this channel, is because, like, as men, we don't really talk about things like this. I know so many guys that are suffering in silence because they just don't want to go through the embarrassment or the shame of being like, hey, I might be this certain age, I might be a teenager, I might be early in my 20s, or even really at any point, any age in your adult life, and you don't want to go and, you know, tell your bros or tell your dad or tell your family members, or if you have older brothers, you don't know how to go about it and be like, hey man, like, I don't know about you, but I'm suffering in this region. I can't get it up, and I feel like I'm inadequate. I feel like I'm not normal. And if this is you guys, again, I have that resource, the first link in the description. I can help you guys out with it. But yeah, I will very much so caution you guys against this. This is kind of a cautionary tale. If you guys are using finasteride, if you guys are using Accutane, be really careful, because if you're anything like me, it wrecked me from like age 22 really to 24. I'm 25 now, and like now my sex life is the best that it's ever came. It's the best that it's ever been, because now, you know, I know about the natural supplements. I know about Tonka Ali. I know about Tribulus. I know about Maca. I know about all these things that really helped me bounce back. But I feel bad for some other guys who are out there who have a similar story as mine. So it doesn't even have to be through medications. I know a lot of guys who, through watching those videos that you're not supposed to be watching, have developed performance anxiety. Even if you never used a medication in your life before, there is such things as performance anxiety. If you're in the bedroom with a baddie, or with any girl, you know, but hopefully she's a baddie, you know, hopefully, you know, you got one of them ones. It can be tough. Like, a lot of times it's like, okay, you have a bad girl in your bed waiting for you, and sometimes you just get nervous. That's another thing too, and other guys don't really like to talk about it, but sometimes you don't have to have anything wrong with you. You don't have to have anything medically wrong with you. You could just be nervous in the moment, and because of it, you get in your head a lot, and because of that, you have a hard time getting it up. So that's why I had to come up with all these like things to really just like fix myself. So I want to help you guys. That's what this channel is for. If you guys don't know, I have so many videos on my channel talking about things like Maca, Tonka, Tribulus, things that are all natural that will help you. Now, I do go over things like, as you guys have probably seen some of my top videos, like Blue Chews and Rose Sparks and things like that. But you guys honestly don't even need those things. I do say, okay, if you have like a new girl that you kind of want to impress, or if you do have a girlfriend and it's like a special occasion, it's like date night or like her birthday or something, and you really just want to lay down in the bedroom, you guys can use things like Blue Chews, and I have a video right over here kind of going more in depth for it. But you kind of want to more so go the natural route, and that's really what my system, the Titan method I came up with, is about. It's about using natural things like exercise, diet, and the natural supplements that can help you. So comment down below. I don't want you guys to feel weird about this. As young men, I feel like it's kind of like taboo to talk about other guys about this, but comment down below. Have you guys had some issues with like performance anxiety or getting it up in the bedroom? It is a way more normal and a way more common thing than most guys would like to admit or even know about. And I'm just here letting you guys know my story a little bit about it. So if you guys like today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and turn on post notifications, because I do post videos like this every single day. And comment down below if you guys want to see more videos about me kind of like talking about this, unpacking it even deeper. I can, if that would be like a helpful resource to you guys. Again, check out this video on Blue Chew over here, because I think that could really help you guys. It would be a good next step for you guys to at least know about. So I love you guys, and I'll speak with you very soon. I'll see you tomorrow.